CoastTV.
First responders say a person fell off of a ladder into a hole in Bridgeville in need of rescue. When and where first responders say the accident happened. Police say this man on your screen is wanted, shooting a 29-year-old man multiple times. Details on the man's condition and what police are asking of you.
Bark on the boards in Rehoboth Beach. Find out why people in their pubs came out to enjoy all the fun on a Saturday.
Well, it's still a wet evening here along the coast. I'll be tracking the rain coming up in just a few moments.
From the beaches to the bay, coverage you can count on. Coast TV, your local news at 11 starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Britt Leone. Welcome to Coast TV News at 11. We're starting tonight with the weather, as today was a first alert weather day. Taking a live look now into Ocean City with our DryTech Embers camera. I can't tell if it's still raining, but it was quite a rainy evening this evening. Our first alert meteorologist, Alex Seymour, is joining us now with a look at our weather. Good evening, Alex. Is the rain sticking around into tomorrow?
The good news is the rain will not stick around into tomorrow, but it is still raining out there this evening. Taking a live look out on a Hershey Exteriors camera at the 45th Street Tap House in Ocean City. You can see the raindrops on the camera this evening. Temps sitting right around 63 degrees right now. We can see on our live radar, we've still got these bands of this light rain passing through the area, and then one wider band just off to our west that is just across the Chesapeake Bay. This is the main band remaining to move through the area as this area of low pressure begins to transition off the coastline. So we've got another round of some heavy rain, but it's going to move through pretty quickly. By the time we wake up tomorrow morning, though, conditions are going to be pretty quiet out there. Temps, we're down into the upper 50s to low 60s, so not a bad night temperature-wise, but when you add on the fact that we're seeing some pretty windy conditions, make it feel a little bit cooler. 23-mile-per-hour winds sustained in Rehoboth Beach. We're seeing sustained winds at 30 miles per hour at the Indian River Inlet. Tomorrow, though, much better conditions. We will see clouds to start out the day, but those clouds will slowly begin to dissipate and start to move out of the area as we progress through the day. So Aztec Island climbing up into the low 60s. It will be breezy tomorrow, so it is a cool day. So probably want to break out those sweaters if you are spending any time outside tomorrow. In Ocean City, climbing up to about 61 degrees under those partly to mostly cloudy skies after starting out in the mid-50s. Pretty similar conditions in Fenwick Island. And then in Lewis and Rehoboth Beach, climbing up to about 60 degrees tomorrow afternoon.
All right, thank you, Alex. Multiple fire companies responded to were at the scene of a rescue last night around 8:30 p.m. when they responded to a report of someone falling into a hole off of a ladder in Bridgeville. Here are some photos of the rescue that the Seaford Volunteer Fire Company posted on Facebook. The fire company says there were multiple teams there, including Sussex County technical rescue teams and medics to help. Now, thankfully, first responders say they were able to rescue that person out of the hole. They say the person did sustain some minor injuries. Delaware State Police need your help finding this man. You can see him on your screen right there. Police say 18-year-old Lewis Cameron of Maryland was identified as the suspect in a shooting that happened in Lewis on October 8th. Troopers say the shooting happened on Maple Court around 6:01 p.m. that night. They say they found a 29-year-old Millsboro man in front of a home with multiple gunshots. Police say the Millsboro man was taken to a hospital where he remains in critical condition. The city of Lewis is hosting a public hearing on a proposed motel to be built on Savannah Road. The name for that proposed new motel is the Beach House. According to the city, the site plans call for the construction of a 16-room motel with a swimming pool, 2 lawn areas, and a patio space. The meeting is going to be held on October 18th at 5 p.m. It wasn't just your typical day on the Rehoboth Beach Boardwalk today. Bark on the Boards returned. People gathered for the annual event to help man's best friend and those that need forever homes. Coast TV's Carmen Holland shows us how the dogs came out to play and, in this case, jump.
Bark on the Boards. For some pups, it's a day of glory.
And they're jumping into the water. I mean, what else could you want? There's also the beach and the waves and the sand. I mean, there's so much to do.
As many dogs see how far they can jump in the Dock Diving Dogs competition. But that's not all. The Brandywine Valley SPCA runs this event to bring awareness, raise funds to keep taking care of the animals, and to get dogs adopted. Ann DeLazaro adopted her dog Char a year and a half ago from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. And she says this event is great for not only Char.
Playtime, it's playtime for adults. It's playtime for those owners that have those dogs.
People and their dogs come from all over to enjoy vendors, let their dogs hang with other dogs, little and big. Some, like Carol Salasso and her family, came today with a mission to adopt a dog, and they had one in mind.
His name is Doe. We're considering naming him Harper for the Phillies Harper.
Harper won't be the first rescue dog they've welcomed to the family.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
And Lily couldn't be more excited.
I'm gonna cuddle with him the whole ride home, probably.
As one pup gets a happy home, the BVSPCA says this event is about love.
I'm running into all these animals that I've seen before. They're from us. They've been adopted by us. This is our family. This is the BVSPCA family coming out to support this work.
If they have an opportunity to add love to your home, please do it.
If you couldn't make it out to today's event, feel free to go to barkontheboards.org. You can always donate to the Brandywine Valley SPCA. They need donations and dogs need to be adopted. In Rehoboth Beach, from Carmen Holland, CoastTV News.
The Delaware Department of Motor Vehicles low-digit tag lottery is starting on November 6th. Registration starts October 23rd, and you have to pre-register for the online lottery. This year, the department is giving away some tags in person. There's one entry per driver's license. The department says it can modify the tag number as assigned. The rain didn't stop people in Milton from rocking out to songs like Sweet Caroline. They're at Dogfish Head Brewery's annual Pumpkin Ale Fest in Milton. The festival, held from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., featured karaoke, a live band, local vendors, and, you guessed it, a lot of beer. People were trying Dogfish Head's Pumpkin Ale today. Lori Halsey, who lives in Milton, told us her favorite part about this year's fest.
Definitely the karaoke. I love how everybody's getting an opportunity to shine like stars and get on stage there. It's awesome. Well, the beer is consistently good, always good. Can't wait to come back.
Dogfish Head says the Pumpkin Ale beer featured today will be available at the brewery throughout the fall season. Another festival kicked off yesterday in Bridgeville, the annual Apple Scrapple Festival. You can see people enjoying some apple-related foods, desserts, and people were even dressing up in apple-related clothing to celebrate. There were also some Scrapple burgers and sandwiches. Families could also hop on a ride and enjoy the different carnival rides there. The festival closed early tonight at 5 p.m., unfortunately, because of the rain. In regional news, Delaware State Police arrested a group of young men and women for drug and weapon charges. Police say it happened here at the home of 19-year-old Demetric Isabel. One of the people arrested. The home is at 400 Monrovia Avenue in Smyrna. Police say on Thursday around 11 a.m., a probation check that was conducted at the home revealed a .45 caliber bullet and drug equipment was inside the home. Demetric Isabel was prohibited from having a gun or ammunition on him at the time he was taken into custody. Lamont Isabel was taken into custody after a computer check showed that he had an active Capias and about 110 heroin bags were found in his jacket pocket. Tashiana Dillmore, who was with Demetric and Lamont Isabel, tried to walk away from the home with 2 children, but troopers stopped her and found she was concealing a black Glock 21.45 caliber gun in her waistband. Dillmore didn't have a valid permit to carry this concealed deadly weapon. Police say all 3 were arrested for various gun and drug charges. Israel gave residents in Gaza City a 6-hour window to evacuate south today. The movement advisory came a day after Israel warned 1.1 million people living in northern Gaza to evacuate for their safety. There are signs Israel will ramp up its retaliation against Hamas after the group's October 7th attacks that killed 1,300 people. There are reports that people are there without food or water, at risk of starvation. Steve Nance takes us to Israel to learn more about this devastating war.
The clock is ticking for residents in northern Gaza to evacuate for their safety.
There are civilians here whom are not our enemy, and we do not want to target them. We are asking them to evacuate so that we will be able to continue to strike military targets belonging to Hamas in the Gaza Strip.
More than 1 million civilians are under Israeli notice to flee from the north to the south. Nabil al-Sharafa said his mother, a Palestinian-American woman, is trying to escape Gaza City as bombs continuously rain in the area.
What's concerning to me is one time I speak to her, I'm able to reach her. Half an hour later, I'm not able to reach her. So, your mind begins to wonder, is she still alive? Was she another victim of collateral damage?
The humanitarian crisis in Gaza is intensifying as more than 2,000 people have been killed over the past week of fighting, according to the Palestinian Health Ministry.
We had to bring refrigerators from ice cream factories used for storing food and ice cream. We brought them to the hospital so the bodies don't rot. Our message is that Gaza is in crisis.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited soldiers on the front line near the Gaza border on Saturday as they prepare for a possible ground invasion. The IDF says its forces are increasing operational readiness for the next stages of the war.
And once we'll see that the situation will be permissible for significant combat operations, then they will commence.
I'm Steve Nannis reporting.
Palestinians here in the United States are continuing to advocate for their loved ones being impacted by the war. As the war intensifies and tens of thousands of Gazans flee their homes, their family members are concerned for their safety. One Palestinian American noted his fears as his kids and family are currently living in Jerusalem, which is about a 2-hour drive away from Gaza. Others have said what's happening is just heart-wrenching.
I'm really afraid to go like everybody else. But I really, at the same time, want to be with my family, with my kids.
Seeing what is occurring, not just in the Gaza Strip, but also within the occupied West Bank, has been heart-wrenching.
The average Palestinian person here is living in hell on a daily basis.
President Joe Biden had a Zoom call yesterday with the families of Americans believed to be held hostage by Hamas in Gaza. He talked with family members of 14 Americans. Biden said the call lasted for more than an hour. In the call, he said it was his personal commitment to do everything possible to return every missing American to their families. A solar eclipse that won't appear again until 2046 made an appearance in the sky today. Here you can see it. It's called the Ring of Fire. It looks like a circle of light. There's some people looking at it. There it is. It's formed when the moon is in front of the sun. NASA says it was visible in all of the states, including Alaska. It started right after noon today, and people could spot it for just a few minutes. There's more news to cover tonight. Gravel scattered on a road in Dagsboro. Why this is causing concern for homeowners.
This is not just their town, it's our town too.
Homeowners of the Plantation Lakes neighborhood with that message to the town of Millsboro as they stick together to fight against proposed parking changes. And Delaware's Senator Chris Coons pushing for no fakes. The senator fighting to protect performers in the first state from artificial intelligence, what the bill is calling for. We're going to be back in just 60 seconds.
Stop by and see Rudy Murray at the Ken Narrows Boattoberfest and Boat Show every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in October. Over 100 boats on display, restaurant specials, live music, and more. The Ken Narrows Boattoberfest and Boat Show every weekend in October. Don't miss this boat buying opportunity. Be there.
At Chesapeake Home Services, we take the risk so you don't have to. Trust our team with the sale and installation of your new heating and air conditioning system. And if you're not satisfied for any reason within the first year and we can't fix it, we'll buy it back. At Chesapeake, we make sure you get the best affordable price to include flexible financing options with payments as low as $95 a month. When it's time for a new HVAC system, take the safest road out there. Chesapeake Home Services. We always go the extra mile.
Service sure to make you smile. They always go the extra mile.
Stop by and see Rudy Murray at the Ken Narrows Boattoberfest and Boat Show every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in October. Over 100 boats on display, restaurant specials, live music, and more. The Ken Narrows Boattoberfest and Boat Show every weekend in October. Don't miss this boat buying opportunity. Be there.
Delaware Senator Chris Coons is one of 4 sponsors of a discussion draft aimed at protecting voice and likeness of actors, singers, performers, and people from AI-generated replicas. This is a bipartisan effort to protect creators and their work. The draft has a clever name: Nurture Originals, Foster Art, and Keep Entertainment Safe, or No Fakes. This is an attempt to put a stop to unauthorized AI-generated replicas of original work. Senator Coons is the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee's Intellectual Property Subcommittee, which focuses on intellectual property rights and law. A lot has happened across Delmarva this week. If you missed a newscast, don't sweat it. CoastTV's Mallory Metzner has you covered in this week's Week in Review.
Randon Wilkerson, the man charged with murdering Delmar Corporal Keith Heacook, did not appear in court Monday after his case review was canceled. Wilkerson's trial is still scheduled for Monday, October 16th at 9 a.m. On Tuesday, Sussex Central principal, who remains on administrative leave, Bradley Layfield, defended himself in Superior Court. Layfield is being sued by a former student who claims he shared surveillance video of a school fight with other faculty members in which her breast was exposed uncensored. On Wednesday, the Millsboro Parking Committee decided to put a pause on preliminary plans to make parking on the streets along single-family homes in the neighborhood illegal. The next Parking Committee meeting is on November 8th. The project for a new beach patrol and comfort station in Rehoboth Beach remains on hold after a code about the abandonment of Baltimore Avenue was brought to the city's attention. If the Board of Commissioners still goes through with the project, a public hearing will be announced at the next Planning Commission meeting on November 2nd. And on Thursday, there were a lot of blank spaces in local theaters for Taylor Swift's first movie showings. But Friday was a different era with sold-out shows and extra shows added. For your Weekend Review, I'm Mallory Metzner.
The holiday season is going to be here before we know it, and that means the return of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. Now, through generous donations from businesses and people just like you, we do our best to make sure every child has a present to open on Christmas morning. We do that by supporting nonprofits that handpick families in need. Applications are due by October 31st.
Well, the rain continues to fall along the coast this evening as some much cooler air moves in. I'll let you know when the rain will come to an end, coming up just after the break.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose one of 5 flavors for endless combinations, including new Nashville Hot. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
All the natural light of the great outdoors, right in your dining room. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors. All the solitude of the outdoors, without the bad Wi-Fi connection. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Bryce Bryan with East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air. We'd like to take a minute to thank you, Delmarva.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For 10 years of business, whether it's plumbing, heating, air conditioning, or kitchen and bathroom remodeling, we have proudly served over 50,000 homes in the area, making us Delmarva's top service provider. So from all of us at East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air,
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Delmarva!
Pick up the phone and call East Coast Plumbing.
Are you troubled by strange smells, uncomfortable rooms, or mold in your home?
Do you experience feelings of dread when you enter your crawl space or attic?
Does your home suffer from slopes, sags, or other structural concerns? If the answer is yes, pick up your phone and call the home performance professionals like FLC Energy.
Don't just treat the systems in your house. Treat your house as the system and call FLC.
We're ready to believe you.
Make dinner good tonight with Hardee's new chicken tender platters. Crunchy, juicy tenders all dipped in buttermilk and hand-breaded. With a thick slice of garlicky Texas toast, seasoned crinkle fries, slaw, and choice of sauce. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Well, it's still a very wet evening here along the coast. As we take a live look out on our Boardwalk Plaza Hotel camera in Rehoboth Beach, the boards are wet. The rain still is coming down. Temps sitting right around 60 degrees in Rehoboth Beach this evening. We can see on our live radar still light rain moving through areas right along our immediate coastline. But as they take a wider view on our satellite radar picture, there is another wider area of some steady heavy rain that has just crossed the Chesapeake Bay, moving through Dorchester County, Talbot County, Caroline County. That is going to swing through our area as we head throughout the next couple of hours. By about 1 to 2 a.m. though, that rain should be clearing out of the area as the area of low pressure begins to transition fully off the coastline and starts to pull away from the area. By tomorrow morning, we're actually going to be waking up to some pretty dry conditions. Yes, the ground is still going to be wet, but the rain will be over. Temps, they're in the 50s and 60s this evening. 60 degrees in Bethany Beach, 60 in Rehoboth Beach, 58 degrees in Georgetown. Winds quite windy at the immediate coastline. Not too bad inland, but take a look at that. We're seeing sustained winds at 23 miles per hour in Rehoboth Beach, sustained winds at 29 miles per hour at the Indian River Inlet, and 20 miles per hour in Bethany Beach. So it is breezy. It is rainy. It's just not the nicest evening. But we can see on our in-house futurecast, there's that last band of rain. This is 12:30 tonight. So in just about an hour or so, that last band of rain swings through. By 7:30, it's gone. It's out of here. We've got the cloudy skies still out there, but even those clouds, they're going to move out of the area. We're going to be looking at partly to mostly sunny skies by Sunday afternoon. It's going to be breezy and it's going to be cool, so probably want to break out those sweaters for tomorrow if you do plan on spending any extended time outside. It stays cool heading into Monday. Monday morning, we're going to be down in the low 40s inland. Some cooler spots likely going to be into the upper 30s, so maybe even break out those winter coats for that Monday morning commute. Even the beaches, we're falling down into the mid-40s. We stay pretty cool with those partly to mostly cloudy skies as we head towards Monday afternoon as temps, well, they're only going to climb into the upper 50s to low 60s. So a very fall-like pattern taking over for the next few days as we continue with these persistent northwesterly winds pulling in air out of Canada. So we're going to stay on the cooler side, still in the upper 50s to low 60s as we head towards Tuesday, right around midday. Rainfall totals, well, we've picked up some pretty significant amounts, and we're probably going to pick up another quarter to half an inch across the region. So Prime Hook, big winner today so far. 1.56 inches of rain, 1.36 inches of rain has fallen in Lewis. A little over an inch, 1/10 of an inch in Georgetown, 1.11 inches in Harbison, a little over an inch in Bethany Beach, and not quite an inch in Rehoboth Beach, but likely will reach that inch mark as we head throughout the next couple of hours as that last band of rain starts to slide through the area. So as we head throughout the remainder of the overnight hours, those winds, they slowly die down. Still going to be a little breezy, though, as we wake up first thing tomorrow morning. But the rain, that comes to an end after about 3 a.m. Still cloudy, but then the sunshine comes out by about 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then for the next several days, we're looking at pretty quiet conditions. It's just going to be on the chillier side. Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast shows dry conditions taking over through Thursday, but unfortunately next weekend looking wet again.
All right, thank you, Alex. Now, if you're a football fan, you've got to join us here on CoastTV to watch Sunday Night Football tomorrow. It's going to be the New York Giants versus the Buffalo Bills. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. And then right after the game, we've got your hyper-local CoastTV news as usual to get you ready for your work week. We'll be right back after this break.
Get wild on your beach vacation at Barn Hill Preserve. Join us for fun events happening all summer long. Find your zen at Kangaroo Yoga, or a playful breakfast at Munchin' with Monkeys. Slow down at Sippin' with Sloths, or laugh it up at Kangaroos and Comedy. We also offer daily otter swims, a unique experience only offered at a few locations in the U.S. Or schedule an encounter tour and meet our animal ambassadors up close. Barn Hill Preserve, the world of animals is waiting for you.
Collaboration and teamwork is what leads us to success. And at Pam Price & Associates, our philosophy is better together. We believe in working together to find solutions for our clients to help them achieve their goals, one home at a time.
It's about building relationships and providing the best experience with results.
Whether you are buying or selling, we have the market knowledge and resources to handle all your real estate needs. So let the team at Pam Price & Associates help you get to your next destination.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
Surface Solutions is rolling across Delmarva, providing the best asphalt and concrete installation for your home or business. Our professional team is transforming the asphalt industry with an impeccable reputation for quality. We guarantee a timely response, unparalleled customer service, and a detailed free estimate in days, not weeks. Call the exterior surface specialists at Surface Solutions and ask about our special financing rates as low as 0%.
Call the professionals at Surface Solutions and discover the difference.
Street parking at single-family homes in the Plantation Lakes neighborhood may be staying the same for now. The Millsboro Parking Committee decided to put a pause on preliminary plans to change the parking in that community. The meeting was full of people who live in that Plantation Lakes neighborhood who are against the parking change. The current preliminary plans would make parking on the streets along single-family homes in the neighborhood illegal. The town says it was originally safety concerns that led to those preliminary plans, but it wants to check with the fire marshal before moving forward with the plans at their next parking committee meeting on November 8th. Gravel on the roads is a serious problem in Dagsboro, especially on Thoroughgoods Road and Route 113. Now, what's possibly contributing to this problem is the fact that Delaware doesn't have laws in regards to tarps covering trucks carrying materials. If a truck driver is stopped by police for materials falling from their truck, they can receive a $100 fine. Tarp laws could help to decrease the amount of gravel found on roads.
Michael Anderson of Anderson Wealth Management has the strategies you need to help plan your retirement. Catch Wise Money right here on WRDE.
Get hooked on the freshness. For almost 40 years, Harbor House in Seaford has been providing fresh, local seafood. And today we are still your one-stop shop for the freshest local seafood, plus amazing prime Black Angus beef as well. From filet mignon and New York strip to ribeye and so much more. We've got all your favorite cuts. From land to sea, surf and turf has never been this fresh. Harbor House Seafood, your surf and turf market in Seaford, Delaware. And online at harborhouseseafood.com.
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
We know going to the doctor can be stressful, but Dr. Kurt Weiberg is here to help you breathe easier. A pioneer of robotic surgery, he has the knowledge and expertise to treat your lung disease and improve your quality of life. At Tidal Health, you are not just a name on a chart. You're a person with feelings and needs, and your care is our #1 priority. To learn how you can improve your surgical experience with less pain and a quicker recovery, visit tidalhealth.org/lung surgery.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. Coverage you can count on. Coast TV and the First Alert Weather Team. Your safety, our commitment.
But still a pretty dreary evening here along the coast as we take a live look out on our Tidal Health Nanocoat camera in Seaford. The rain still coming down this evening. Temps sitting right around 58 degrees. The good news is that rain will start to come to an end later tonight. By the time you wake up tomorrow morning, we're going to be seeing those skies starting to clear out just a little bit. Still looking at cloudy skies, but by about mid-morning, that's when the sunshine should return. Temps right around 50 degrees. Another quarter to half an inch of rain expected over the next few hours before this rain completely clears out of the area. And then our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast shows some much cooler weather taking over for the next several days. We're talking about highs in the 60s through Wednesday. Overnight lows really starting to dip down into the 40s and even maybe some spots down into the upper 30s as we head towards Monday morning. So break out those sweaters, break out those winter coats, especially for Monday morning. And then as we head towards late week into next weekend, unfortunately, another round of rain on the way.
All right. Thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Saturday Night Live starts right now. Have a great night.